and you're with me for another episode of Coffee Talk, number 520. It is Friday, November the 7th, 2025, right about 7 p.m. Central Time. And it's been a long week. Hadn't done a live stream since last Sunday. So here we are, and we have a number of good topics today provided by my friend and mentor, Alan Sato, oftentimes known as Uncle Al. Hello, Jerry. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Pat. Appreciate you coming. Unkael and Unkael. Enrique Trevino in the house. KP Heathen. Alacaneda. Little Lone Prepper. How are you doing, Barbara? Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Been letting the beard grow. I'm starting to look a little Santa Claus-ish. Santa Claus? Santa Claus-ish. Got the glasses and the bald head. Oh, Santa Claus is coming to town. Anyway, good to have you guys in the house. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. Thank you for coming. Could be a side job. Yeah, right. Yeah, I would probably make a fair Santa Claus. I should post some pictures of me when I used to do it with the kids at school. I did that for several years. Put on the Santa suit, would take pictures with the elementary kids. Made a pretty good Santa Claus. And I got a little bit more padding now than I had back then, so I don't have to like wear a pillow around my midsection. I got my own pillow built in. 8 in the house and 8 likes. Thank you, everybody. Holly Ivans. Hello, Holly. And I am slowly climbing up towards 2,100 subscribers. I'm on the back side now. I'm at 2,000. Last time I checked, I was at 2,052. So hopefully, sometimes in the next 15, 20 years, I'll hit 2,100. Oh, man. Yoda, my friend Yoda. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Is it times like this that Uncle Al says, open a box or, do a mail call or some such? So let me see. Anybody else sneak in? Let me open a box. Oh, Lord, a box. A box. This is a box. This is a box. This is a large Amazon box. I'm going to open it. The box, the box, the box. scissors. Oh, Lord. Before my live stream, my daughter in Fort Worth called. Just talked to me about her counseling and such. Lots of this mess. Have you seen any of the shorts that they've been posting about those humongous snakes? Good Lord. There's a lot of this crap. Have you seen any shorts about those humongous snakes in the Everglades? I mean, it takes two people to pull those things out, and they're huge. 15, 20 foot long snakes. They'll eat a person. So this is beef bowls, ramen. You can put stuff in with it. Uncle Al sent me a bunch of various little packets that I can put some of this stuff in with it and make it more tasty. These are $1 a piece. 6-pack is $6. Delivered, $6. Let me check that and see. Top chat. I haven't been watching. Anybody else sneak in that I wasn't seeing? Let me see. So that's one of them. And my kids like this stuff. I give them... This is another one. $8 for 12. Cup of soup. So that's the unboxing today. Those came from Amazon. I paid like $14 for both of them put together, delivered. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Yummy, yummy. Yep. Hello, Verna. Thay's place in the house. Well, you just missed a little unboxing that I did. I had a box with some ramen and soup that I got from Amazon. Yes, please hit the like. It'll be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment. So, getting into topics. We are about 9 minutes into the stream. Uncle Al sent me a lot of material. So I want to start slowly but surely getting into it. Went to Sam's this evening. A Pepsi Zero. They don't do the Coke products. Pepsi Zero. Life is good. Usually. Trying to see what's being said. Wait. Let me grab my tinfoil hat. Oh, you want to grab your tinfoil hat, do you? Okay. So first topic. Now this is, they're talking about this. This is something serious. Social collapse. How so? Young women choose to have no kids. Lifestyle. Gay or alone. The U.S. birth rates all-time low, 3.79 million per year. That's down from the normally 20 million per year births. Not overpopulation. Crazy leftists needs stupid people to be slaves to their system. Mass illegal immigration to the USA. See CBS News, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Food stamps are over. Trump administration cannot pay for it. No money. News videos show massive looting and shoplifting by morbidly obese EBT people. Until arrests by local, state, and federal authorities, they turn into crying babies, screaming they scream for their rights, that they're entitled. Judges are arguing, no kids. Stupid people are videoing their actions in urban centers. Page 1. See New York Post, in the Washington Post, CNN, and social media platforms. Stupidity reigns. Yeah, a lot of times the illegals have very large families. They have large families. When they were giving out those COVID incentives and such, they were giving money to people. Some people would be getting $10,000, $12,000 because of the number of kids that they had. Oh yeah. There goes your national debt going up. Leftist terror attacks increasing. Bomb exploded on Harvard's medical campus. Attacks on ICE agents and government officials skyrocketed by useful idiots. See CBS, Fox, ABC, and NBC News. There's topic 1 for you. Yeah, lots of people are having fewer kids. Well, they're expensive, and the government can't take care. Verna. I was trying to locate a cousin of mine, and I did one of those searches on her. You know, you do a search and you can. It made me want to cry. It pulled up political affiliation, said Democrat. Pre-retirement days, how's it going? I went through that with an aunt and uncle back in the days. I would have been in my early 20s at the time. I'm now in my 60s. And I remember it was like a lot of people were changing party affiliations when Reagan was president. They were just fed up with like Carter. So you had a big alignment switch. A lot of people who were traditionally, the areas that were traditionally Democrat voting, switched over to be conservative and Republican voting. In areas that were traditionally Republican voting, shifted into being Democrat voting. It was just a big realignment type thing. And I remember my family could not stand some of the stuff that the Democratic Party was adopting. You know, these are Christian people, church-going people. And when they started getting into all that, you know, progressive stuff, those are not the values that they had. But they were die-hard Democrats. I mean, it was good enough for their great-grandparents, it was good enough for them, you know, type thing. And, you know, basically the way you got rid of them is that they died of old age. They stuck to their... So I've got a cousin, she's 20 years older than I am. She turns 83 in the next week. I was trying to get a hold of her, and I was pulled up some information, said political affiliation Democrat. And I can believe she doesn't like to talk politics. Doesn't want to talk politics. There's a lot of stuff she hates. But it's like, I can believe the loyalty to the Democratic Party because that's the family upbringing and the way things were. You know. Just wanted to mention that. Second topic. Report from the Department of Education. 2024 Biden administration. Public schools, K through 12, are creating communists and socialists through indoctrination and intimidation. Intimidation, all sorts of stuff. Still using factories and office workers mode of the 1930s. America's failing school system. Most students can't write cursive. That's true. They don't teach it anymore. They're not teaching cursive. They can't fill out a check or form. We don't teach that. They can't do simple math. They can't read a book. Can't read an analog watch. Those special ed students I was teaching, behavioral unit kids, trying to teach them to read a clock. Unless it's digital, they couldn't look at. I was trying to teach them. Okay, what time is it? Ooh, I don't know. Trying to teach them to read a clock. I mean, like, they could not. They could not. Hey, Mike. Mike Crusher Reviews. I just got through watching, I've been watching his videos. I think I'm caught up. He puts out some really good material. And if you noticed, Uncle Al and I are the only ones that hit that timestamp that showed we watched the entire video. The last couple of videos. And I looked to see who's commenting. And it was basically Uncle Al, and he's always ahead of me from the standpoint that he'll watch it before I will watch it. I'm always behind. And but we were the only two that hit that timestamp. And, and he will leave you some detailed comments. He'll leave you some I'm more of like, thank you for sharing. A lot of times I'll put what like number I am, and then at the very end I'll hit the timestamp. I might comment about something other, like I don't care for the coffee. I don't care for the coffee. Deep rich is not deep rich coffee. And then this thing about, well, I put 3 ounces of water. Okay, so what is that? 1 or 2 sips? A cup of coffee is supposed to be a cup, which is 8 ounces. And if you have to if you have to put so little water in it because it's so weak, well, it takes 3 packets to make 1 cup. It's about the way it is. Not trying to, well, I am sort of, shading it. It's the truth. It is the truth. Well, God bless Barbara's mother. So, it is true. They can't read, they can't write cursive, they can't do basic math, they can't fill out a job application, they can't do a basic budget. But many have digital skills with smartphones. It affects their IQ, lowers the IQ. Combined with the current AI technology, most students are functioning Morlocks. C.H.G. Wells. Currently, the USA is equal to Zimbabwe to a certain extent in world education standards, may be overtaken by Zimbabwe in 2026. Most students after high school have to be re-educated. Classes and basic courses to meet current standards, basic math, basic English, basic science, basic history. Many companies are not hiring college graduates for lack of basic knowledge and education. Home training is to be blamed for the lack of. A lot of times it comes from the house, the home training. Mr. Whistle, how are you doing, Mr. Whistle? Thank you for coming. I say that a lot. Lack of home training. Third topic. We're up to 3 topics now. And we are 24 minutes basically into the live stream. And we're on topic number 3. I'm glad you're doing really darn good. New Yorkers to flee New York City. Now, why would they want to do that? Well, Zoran Mandani. One, he's now the communist mayor. Leftists and communists are taking over. Problems will mount. It's already bad to a certain extent. Shanghai, China was an international city like New York City during the 1920s and 1930s. They had foreign troops to maintain order, Western troops. Already 5 nations have threatened to place their security forces and troops in New York City. China, Japan, India, Russia, and France. They need to protect their citizens, businesses, and diplomats. So in response to this, the Trump administration will announce the Insurgency Act on New York City and arrest, quite possibly, will start arresting some of these left-wing nut politicians that are, start rounding them up. They need to deny access to foreign security troops and security forces on American soil. We're a sovereign nation. We don't need somebody's. Julie West, how you doing? Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Summer sun. May request to move the UN and staff from the U.S. soil go to Canada or Mexico. Kick them out. Kick them out. The Prime Minister of Canada apologized. A virtual video shows Zoran Mandani, voters 18 to 25 years old, shocked over socialist Nazi policies. The leftists are a cult. Zoran Mandani faces criminal charges for foreign campaign donations. Muslim money, a lot of Muslim money. Got him elected. A lot of Muslim money. The Rev 1. Hello, Peter. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Iranian money? Well, that's not good either. The DOJ election monitors elections in California and New York City, blue states, Mondani, Newsom, scream rigged elections. FBI and IRS targeting paid protesters as employees for Democratic activist machines in New York City. One 17-year-old activist crying for his mother, caught stuffing mailing ballots and carrying a ghost gun, will be tried as an adult. New York City liberal Jennifer Welch, podcaster, calls for killing conservatives, women, and children, Jews, and wrong kind of black people. Warned moderate Democrats to get on board and start killing Jews. Can you believe that crap? DOJ investigating as a hate crime. Miss Welch lost over 1 million followers from her podcast and lost 2 platforms. Crazy. Continuing with topic 3. Trump endorsed Como. Says no commie Mandani. Obama refuses to endorse Mandani, calling him a Gen Z social activist with no experience. Topic 4. And we are 31 minutes into the live stream. Dead internet theory is real, causing massive brain rot in AI systems and models. 1. Copy of a copy. Currently, AI is learning from bad prompts from other AI systems. 2. People in AI lack the skills of writing a correct prompt. This is an important skill to learn if you're a teaching professional. Number 3, may cause the AI apocalypse in 2026 or 2029. Things crash hard. Roughly 3 years. When the AI suffers from severe retardation, too many misinformation and fantasies corrupt key systems like water and electricity, boiling water alerts in the South, East Coast and major urban centers, CLA. 500K people are using recycled water, causing a rise of food and stomach issues. The AI can't tell between drinking water and sewage water. It's hard to repair a zombified AI or algorithm. Start over again, causing problems. Streaming platforms have been doing this. Well, California passed Prop 50. People are screaming, Fort Sumter. Uncle Al is playing the lottery since it's Armageddon. California is the new Fort Sumter. Topic 5. Trump calling for the nuclear option against the shutdown, ending the filibuster. So let me talk a little bit about what the filibuster is and what it does. God help us. The minority party, right now it's the Democrats, in order to overcome their filibuster, in other words, they vote against, en masse, they vote against passing the CR and funding the government. A couple of them have voted with the Republicans. You've got to have 60 votes to overcome the filibuster. So in the Senate, you got to have 60 votes to pass. In the House, bare majority. So you can have a one vote majority, and you can pass the budget or pass whatever. And it goes over to the Senate, and then for the Senate, it's got to be a 60 vote. Well, there's 53 Republicans, and there are 2 Democrats voting with them right now in the Senate. The majority of the Democrats, which are in the minority, are voting against the budget, against opening government. That's where we're at right now. That's the situation. So what Trump wants to do is he wants them to go ahead and just say, screw 60 votes. You just need a bare minimum, 50 votes with the vice president if the vice president's in your party, 50% or 51 votes if the vice president's in the opposite party. Bare minimum. They want to do it the same way that the House does it. They want to basically blow out the ability to do that. They want to overcome the filibuster that way. Jay Jones won election in Virginia, who calls for murdering conservatives, women, and children, and that was a big stink. Oh, I'm sorry I said that. And they looked the other way and they voted for him. He got, he got the support of the governor, Democrat governor who got elected. Democrats will not go against Democrats. You could be the Antichrist and all the Democrats will vote for you, as long as the Antichrist is a Democrat. Not a good idea. Stand by a Democrat. Something might happen. Don't start a Democrat's car. Might blow up. People are upset with the Democrats. A lot of people upset with them. A lot of Trump supporters are being shot and killed like sheep. Local police are not doing anything in some of these blue areas. By insane mobs of communists, socialists in blue urban areas. Once the shutdown is over, Trump is starting a counter-strike operations against Virginia, New Jersey, California, Portland, to prevent a bloody Kansas scenario. Good news, more people are buying guns, edged weapons, canned food, and medical supplies. Conservatives are getting the point, planning to strike back without government help. Again, bloody Kansas. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Violence is not the answer. Now, self-defense, if somebody attacks you, defend yourself. But violence is not the answer. Topic 6. Japan to send security forces to New York City to protect diplomats and the princess. Followed by Israel. No October the 7th in New York City. Mass exodus of New York City as crime, arson, anal rape of humans and animals, total chaos. Excuse my French, I'm basically quoting what Uncle Al is saying. New York City fire chief resigns after Zoram Mandani wins. New York City is doomed. Quote by the fire chief, fled the city. New York City mayor plans release 7,000 criminals from jail to empower and empty the jails. 1/3 of the New York City police officers have already left and leaving the city. They're understaffed. 40 minutes into the live stream. Good news, after 40 years, Representative Nancy Pelosi is not seeking re-election. Ding dong, the witch is dead. She's out. Topic 7. Holiday air travel apocalypse. As the FAA cuts thousands of flights, AI problems, maintenance delays and shutdown. May close airspace. See Tennessee UPS air crash. 3 crew dead, 9 people dead on the ground. Dead. 10% of reservations have been canceled. Topic 8. AI voter fraud in New Jersey and Virginia elections. As weird numbers spark controversy, FBI and DOJ investigate. Conservatives say cheating by Democrats with dead pets and multiple votes by the illegal. They're voting. They're finding that they're voting. Topic 9. Massive explosion rocked New York City. Mandani crime spree has begun. Jews and gays are being stoned with dead animals, garbage, and stones. Saudi Arabia and China brings in security forces to protect businesses, diplomats, and citizens of their nation. Legal by the UN Charter. Trump administration warned Mandani administration of the consequences. 1/3 of the New York City police officers resigned and left the city. As prisons and jails are emptying the cells, increased assault of women and children. A 15-year-old girl trying to protect her 12-year-old sister from a Middle Eastern groomer gang. With her book bag, backpack, failed. Both girls were beaten and sodomized by the gang. Later, the old sister was arrested by police. Was not reported in mass media. Major social media influencers, Gen Z, say everything is fine and normal after massive explosion. Sex abuse against children. That Gen Z social influencer was beaten by the family of the victims. Topic 10. Texas and Florida governors warn New York City, New Jersey, and Virginia refugees not to come. Governor Abbott will fine, tax, and tariff on these refugees, he quoted. You make a mess, you clean it up. See CNN, MNBC, and Fox News. So, 10 topics. 10 topics. It has been a week. I'm tired. We'll be doing testing this next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'll be doing testing. I'll be testing special ed kids. A small group. And it is what it is. It's rough. Very tiring. I help out supervision in the cafeteria in the morning, bus duty after school. I do lunch detention I have lunch with the kids. They're having lunch detention. Try to make it hard on them. You know, I talk to them. I tell them the way it is. I give my kids treats when they do well. When they don't do well, they don't get anything. I don't reward bad behavior. It's not the way things are supposed to work. Yeah, the loons in New York are very anti-gun. That's true. I remember back in the day, they'd shoot looters. What do they do now? I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. So I will plan on doing another live stream tomorrow. We'll see if Uncle Al comes up with some material. If not, I'll try to figure out what we'll talk about. If you have ideas for a topic, let me know. And I will try to accommodate you. I've been getting up in the morning around 4 o'clock. I wake up. I go to bed early. Still got to eat before I go to bed. Took my medication. It is what it is. I will do what I can. I thought this was a very good live stream this evening. I've enjoyed it. I appreciate the people coming in. I had about 15 people come in and identify themselves. 16 likes, or 8 in the house right now. And where are we at, Dave? Did you hit 1 million yet? I might hit 2,100 before you hit that 1 million. Does that make us equal? Going to walk also on the beach. Don't worry about it. I'll come up with something other. I may go back over these topics again because I covered them pretty fast. 300. Are you kidding me? 300, 338,000? 333,000? Or you're at 33,000? 33,878? Yep, 33,000. Well, God bless you. Your channel's really blown up. I look forward to you hitting 100,000. I don't know if you'll ever hit 1 million, but I look forward to you at some point in the foreseeable future hitting 100,000. They send you like one of those little plaques, I think, when you get somewhere around there. So anyway, we are approaching winter. Winter is coming. And we'll be having Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks. I'll be off for a week for Thanksgiving. Look forward to that. Then I'll come back and I'll have a couple of weeks, and then I'll be off for 2 weeks for Christmas. It'll be very pleasant in that point in time. I'm going to be looking at buying a new truck, 4-door truck, probably a Ford F-150. What do you think would be a good color for me to? Anybody got an idea on a color? I'm thinking gray or tan. You know, I don't need another black vehicle. Black is very hot, and I don't really want a white one. You know, a lot of people get white. I think I'd probably get white before I get black again, but I'm thinking gray or tan. I think that's what I'll be looking at possibly doing. Anyway, when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I usually get up around 4:30. take my medication. It's going to be a harsh winter, quite possibly. I don't eat cats and I don't eat dogs. I have a lot of stuff set aside, set back. A lot of water set back. Need to work on upping the amount of medication I have. Take care, Julie. Appreciate you coming in. So everybody, I will hopefully, I try to drop a couple of shorts every day. I may or may not drop another one tonight, but I'll drop one first thing in the morning probably. If you want to be involved in my upcoming 2100 subscriber giveaway, please leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit that 2100. Whatever one I'm on, when I hit 2100, I'm going to take every name that's left a comment, and then I'm going to backtrack 4 videos to see, did you? Whoever did on all 5, their name will go in the hat. It'll be a drawing for a nice box. And I will be sending out some more goodie box. I still have not watched Betty's unboxing of the goodie box that I sent her here a month, probably a better part of a month ago. I appreciate those who support me. I try to support those who support me. I appreciate everybody here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. God bless and good night. Thank you. Enjoyed it.